Yeah, sure. Yeah,
All
sure. Yeah,
right,
sure.
all right, all right. Good evening, football family. Welcome to the weekend review right here on Let's Argue. Well, here the results meet reality, definitely form meets pressure, and narratives are tested under the spotlight. So, from late drama in La Liga, Real Madrid won, to little tremors in Serie A, to momentum swings in the Premier League. Now, this weekend told us one thing: the season is officially alive. Tivo.
Yeah, sure. Tiwelava Ultra featuring the Mood Engineer, featuring Van Roy. If you love numbers, if you love patterns, and what it really means to win football matches, you're in the right place. We're breaking it down how these games were won, not just who won, but also who participated in them. Welcome to Let's Argue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. And if you're a manager feeling the heat, this weekend basically turned the thermostat all the way up. Some teams made statements, others made excuses.
Oh, yes, we know which ones made excuses. Well, wherever you're watching from, get involved. Who impressed you? Who disappointed you? And most importantly, who's fooling us right now? We're going to get started right now, straight into La Liga. Girona took on Real Sociedad and beat them 2-1. This was on Friday. And Girona's first away win of the season, 2 goals after 75th minute. And the league position swapped momentum, but not places. So this was a game about belief. Sociedad controlled the rhythm for 75 minutes, but Girona controlled the story at the end. Tsigankov didn't just score twice, but he changed Girona's season in 15 minutes. Thibaut.
I'm telling you, this Real Sociedad side had all the possession, 58%, gentlemen, 14 shot, and they entered the final quarter leading the game. But Girona had a never say die spirit. They scored with their only 2 shots on target after the 75th minute. That's elite efficiency, gents. And Viktor Tsigankov, I'm telling you, now he has 4 goal involvements in his last 3 games.
Yeah, sure. And then speaking about managerial pressure for Sociedad and their manager, this is basically worrying, eh? With one win in five league matches, control without the killer instinct is becoming a pattern, and patterns can cost you your job.
Oh, yes. As I move into Atletico Madrid, there is a coach in Madrid, but maybe not in Atletico, also about to be costed a job. Anyway, 2-1 win for Atletico Madrid in Valencia. This was on Saturday, my wife's birthday. And thank you, gents, for giving me a day off. Believe
Yeah,
me,
sure.
I did the things.
The thing.
So sorry to our viewers, just taking a detour. So what you call the morning at 10 o'clock, we were at Sentin Discovery Building for the
Eh?
healthy food studio, and then we went and we were cooking there together with the chef, just teaching us how to cook, and then from there. We went to do a bit of shopping, and then we came back home. Pella, we are over 40. Oh, she's still approaching 41 more year, but we can't be out for too long. But yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
gents. It was amazing. I definitely did score one for the team. So yeah, this is Atletico. This is Atletico Madrid heritage football. Okay, he's back and he sets the tone when he's on form like this. Griezmann, when he's also coming back on form, he delivers the moments. And Simeone smiles because he knows exactly who his team is. They don't change their identity.
I'm telling you, Atletico Madrid are now unbeaten in 14 home league matches. That's right, 14, gents. Koke completed 92% of his passes. Antoine Griezmann created 3 chances and scored the winner. Valencia had just 1 shot on target all game.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's quite disappointing. Yeah, and Diego Simeone doesn't chase pretty football. That's one thing that I like about him. That's why he wears black in every match. He chases points, Mama. And right now, Atletico are basically doing exactly what title challengers actually do, winning when they are not at their best.
Oh yes, winning when they're not at their best. The team that's coming back to their best might be Barcelona as they beat Osasuna with no reply 2-0 on my wife's birthday. What a lucky day, what a lucky day. So this was dominance. Rafinha didn't just score twice, but he controlled the emotional tempo of the match. We
So,
missed him. Welcome back, boy. Timo!
No, listen, Barcelona had 80% possession in the first half. 80%, gentlemen. This is not
a
fiction.
lot.
This is all based on a true story. They had 13 shots before halftime, and it finished with an XG of 2.6. Rafinha completed 5 dribbles, won 7 duels, and pressed relentlessly. By far,
Mm.
without a shadow of a doubt, Rafinha is Barcelona's best player.
Hey,
Yeah, no, I
wait.
fully agree.
Hey!
I fully agree. Even though Lamine got the MVP, but guys,
King
we need to
Lebza.
be honest. Rafinha was the best player on the pitch on that day. Barcelona don't just look like leaders; they look like comfortable being leaders.
Oh yes, definitely. No, I was just saying, Guchigena, you like causing issues in our dressing room. You probably have a
Oh,
fake Basa account where you go into our what you call podcast and comment as a Basa fan and say Lamin is taking
ah.
Rafinha's spot just so that you can cause podcast. Let the Real Madrid housewives complain together. Us at Basa, we don't compete at this level. We get along. You
No,
guys,
we
I
are
know Real
Lebza,
boring.
Madrid.
Lebza, Lebza,
Mm,
before you run away, because I know you're gonna run away. Ne? The entire time last season, I was telling you that Rafinha was your best player. You're the only one who
mhm.
wanted to believe that it was Lamine. So you can't now turn around and accuse me of being in disguise in passes, little sewing circles there. I don't care.
Ntwana, Pella, you are a conspiracy theorist yourself. So I can imagine when again the ideas that come in your head, Ntwana. I'm sure you still think the earth is square, and I'm sure you also think that Neil Armstrong did not land in the moon. Anyway, Sevilla took on Real Oviedo, and they also had 4 unanswered goals on Sunday. Sevilla needed this response, and they delivered one. Tibo?
Listen, 4 goals, 9 shots on target, first clean sheet in 6 games. This was a controlled aggression. We haven't seen a performance like this from Sevilla since they beat Barcelona at the Sanchez Pizjuan.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
true.
and
And
where's Barcelona now?
they're right there at top, sitting pretty. But yeah, and yeah, if Sevilla actually play like this, ne, with consistency, ne, they will climb fast. If not, they just had a good afternoon, and that's it, gentlemen.
Yeah, I think they were just looking for a good afternoon because they only gym to play against Madrid. I mean, Barca, just like someone says, Atletico Madrid only play when they play against Madrid. Anyway, Real Madrid took on Alaves and they say they were robbed a penalty, but you know what? They won, but they did not convince. I'm sure, Thibaut, you were not convinced.
Real Madrid conceded control after halftime, gentlemen. Rodrigo scored his first league goal since January, which is one positive to take from this game. Kylian Mbappe now has 6 goals
Oh,
in his last 7 games. Very structurally, if you ask me. Real Madrid was trashed, but Real Madrid found a way to get 3 points and keep Xabi Alonso in the hot seat.
Without Rodrigo, you guys won't win. Sure, right?
yeah, Nia, that's true. But he's a good player. Anyway,
What's true,
Alonso.
Van Roy? What's true,
But
Van Roy? Everything
without
Lebu says you agree
Rodrigo,
to it.
without
Everything
Rodrigo, you
Lebu
Good
guys
says you
won't
player,
agree
bro.
to
win.
it.
You can't
Van
take it
Roy,
away from him.
where's your backbone, man? Where's your
He's got a
backbone?
backbone.
Everything Lebu
Remember,
says you agree to it.
Lalela,
he's
Lalela,
agreeing.
Lalela. He's a good player. It's just that he doesn't get game time. I believe that
Yeah.
if that boy can get more game time, ne, he will prove a point and he will eventually cement
Hmm.
his place in the first starting 11.
Yes.
That is it,
If
my
that
friend.
if we could afford him, we'd buy him at Barca, we'd buy him at City, bruh, because he is a player, this guy. He just needs someone who trusts him, not a manager who's nervous about keeping his job. You see, you need
Yeah,
a manager like Ancelotti, who's not nervous about losing his job. He's like, I'm gonna put this guy. He's gonna come right. Anyway,
yeah.
Roy, close off the Real Madrid match for us, sir.
So Xavi Alonso is basically under pressure. Wins are papered over like cracks. You know that when you have a crack in the wall and you just paint over it instead of putting polyfiller in there. That's
Yeah,
him.
they
Madrid
need a
fans don't.
polyfiller.
Yeah, it needs polyfiller. So Madrid fans don't just demand results; they demand authority.
Oh, well, they can demand that authority. They'll probably get it in Syria if they move to that league. Anyway, we are in Syria right now. Atalanta decided to take all 3 points when they invited Cagliari at home. Atalanta don't ask permission, they impose themselves. And so should a host do. Thibaut.
Yeah, sure. Gianluca Scamacca scored in the 11th minute. Atalanta won 60%, 62% of all their duels and remain unbeaten in 6 home matches.
Yeah, sure. And then this Champions League level basically intensifies. It looks like they are out there, trying to prove a point, and that's basically what they are doing.
Let's hope they can make the Champions League. Atalanta do make for a nice European battle. AC Milan were invited Sassuolo at home, but AC Milan are not like Atalanta. They like giving scuffins to the visitors and saying, please take this back home and enjoy it. So they gave back a point to Sassuolo and they kept one. What a host, a gracious host. So a story of promise, but yeah, more a story of frustration for Milan because they would have loved to keep that race at the top fighting. Thibaut.
Yeah, gentlemen, Leicester, there's a teenager by the name of Davide Bartesacchi. This boy scored
Mm.
a brace, but Milan considered both goals from defensive transitions. I know
I-
Massimiliano Allegri is doing his best to get this team firing on all cylinders, but they really need to make sure that they stop the goals from coming in.
Yeah, sure. And these title losing draws, it's something else, Milan, they have a very talented squad, but at times they are too fragile.
Yep, that's how Madrid struggled last year because they had Luka
Yeah.
Modric to pull all the strings, but Luka can't defend. Luka can't defend. Anyway, Udinese went ahead and ruined the title hopes of Napoli. The defending champions found it hard as they visited Udinese, and this felt symbolic because Udinese really enjoyed this win.
Yeah, listen, Napoli had 2 goals that were disallowed, gentlemen, but only one clear chance from open play. Udinese's Ekelen Kamp scored from outside the box, top corner, brilliant finish, 3 points in the bag, F off to Napoli.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. And then Napoli don't look like what can I say, champions anymore. This title defense is really slipping away from them.
Definitely will slip away because they trust McTominay. Anyway, Genoa lost as they invited Inter, and Inter are one of those hosts that when they get there, they take everything. They even ask for your plate. They even ask, and they left with the 3 points. And then Bologna, well, they invited Juventus and also said to Juventus, hey, look here, look here, look here. You can take also everything. The staff team, you don't need to ask. So Inter reclaim top spot, but Juventus keep grinding. Hey, Timo?
Yeah, listen, Internazionale ended Genoa's 5 game unbeaten run. Patrick Vera looked very disappointed at the end of the game. Juventus won with 10 men against Bologna. One Cabal
Mm.
came on and scored the winner as a super sub. Now that's elite mentality. I don't know about you, gents.
Yeah, sure. They proven to be mentality monsters. Titles
Mm.
are won in games like these, basically.
Oh, yes, but that coach from Juventus is trying to hold on to his new job. But anyway, in the Premier League, as the league keeps, Arsenal is holding on to it. Man City are trying to get it. Salah's now back in the 11. We shall see how it goes. But the world champs, actually, is Itigo. I can ask
Yes,
you that.
sir.
That badge on Real Madrid that they put here, that's Club World Cup again.
No, the one that Real Madrid have is the Intercontinental Cup, sir. Then
So for where did they win that one? Where did they win that one?
last year in December.
Who did they play?
Last year in December. last year in December before they played the Spanish Super Copa.
Who did they
I
play
think
to win the International Cup? Who did Perez pay for you guys to get that sticker?
I forgot the name of that team. I think it was a
Because
Japanese team.
I don't,
I
I
think it
don't
was a
even
Japanese
know
team or
what
something
you
like
played
that.
to deserve to put it. Because that sticker looks exactly like the Club World Cup
The
sticker,
Chelsea.
and now you
Mm.
you are taking Chelsea's shine by creating a tournament that has the same sticker. I
No, no,
anyway. Mm,
no, no. Here's what you need to take into account. Ne? The Club World Cup, this new version that Chelsea won, right? That was going to roll out at the end of the season. You see, so that last one that was
mhm.
played, that was basically the final encore. You see, but obviously, I don't expect you to understand because Barcelona haven't been winning the Champions League for the last 11 or 12 years. You see.
10, because it's 20, next year it's going to be 11. But remember, we don't buy
You're not
championships,
winning
we
it
win
again
them.
this year. No, but you're
But
not
we
winning it
don't
again
buy.
this year, bro.
Yeah, who's winning it this year?
Woo! Real
Tough
Madrid.
one.
Real Madrid.
Oh,
It's not tough.
really? Really?
Let me tell you something, gentlemen. Me, I'm a fair man. I'm gonna tell you now, whilst it's still early, to save you the
Tell me
pain.
now.
Real Madrid
Mm,
are going to win it. And when they win it, because I told you so, you're not going to be shocked.
mm.
Okay.
Well, I don't see Real Madrid winning La Liga or Champions League. I see them winning Copa del Rey. That's where you're going to win this year, King's Cup. All right, look. Chelsea, Clinical versus Everton. Cole Palmer, he's back. Thibaut.
Yeah, Cole Palmer scored, he assisted, and Chelsea kept a clean sheet. The first one, I think, in 5 matches. Cole Palmer is back. I think the whole faithful there at Chelsea will be very happy with him.
Yeah, sure. And he has been out for a while, but it shows that look, this guy came back with a bang. Chelsea look very, very calm. And calmer teams, even when they're under pressure, if they keep their cool, they keep their head in the game, they actually win.
Yeah, Evan
Coming
Roy.
from a. Yeah,
Yeah,
Evan Roy. Cole
yeah.
Palmer did something that Florian Wirtz hasn't been able to do all season.
but score a goal.
Yeah. Ah, he's sharp. I take that one on the chest.
Well, what? Thibaut score a goal or lay an assist?
Both
Both.
in one game.
No.
Both in one game.
All
He's
right, look, Liverpool took on Brighton, and I'm sure even Liverpool fans were not hopeful here of a 3 point getaway from their own home ground. So Salah made history. Really? Never.
yeah,
Salah
Liverpool
came
moved to
on.
sixth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool moved to sixth, gentlemen. Mohamed Salah, he scored off the bench. Wow. The first player to score 10 goals in 7 consecutive Premier League seasons. Wow. Van Roy.
Yeah, no, just to correct you there, he actually
Mm,
assisted.
yeah.
Ekatike scored both of them, but he came off the bench with an assist. I think his goal and assist right now in the Premier League is the highest. Yeah, but
Wow.
never doubt
Wow.
elite standards, Baba.
Well, you
Wow.
know what?
Lebza, did you hear that?
Hey, never doubt elite
Lebza, did you hear
standards.
that?
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. But look, Arsenal then took on Wolves, which was supposed to be an easy match for them. They definitely did, win ugly. But I guess that's what champions do, right, Thibaut?
Yeah, Arsenal are now 5 points clear, gentlemen. They scored the winner in the 94th minute thanks to a Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, Nia, this is basically title mentality that they are showing. Let's see if they can keep it up.
All right, then a few quick matches that also happened in the Premier League. We had Spurs lose again to Forest. Then we had Palace, who have been a tough nut to crack for the top five, what you call teams in the Premier League. But
Let's
City
see.
just managed to dust them off. And then Sunderland shocked Newcastle. Oh, well, did what they do in that derby of theirs. But Newcastle really blows hot, blows cold. And then West Ham, obviously, Villa, with the form that they're currently on, West Ham can just go back to West Ham. So, a weekend of statement, gentlemen.
Yeah, listen, City scored three without reply. Aston Villa won their sixth straight game. And obviously, Tottenham Hotspur, they continued the collapse.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you look at it now, Spurs are basically drifting further and further down the table. City is hunting for that top spot again. And Villa, they are believing that, you know what, we can do this.
So, guys, predictions. Thibaut, who's winning the Premier League?
Manchester
Looking at his
City.
wife. Did you see? He looked at his wife for an answer. He's like Pep Guardiola. The wife knows the stats. He's like, Roy, who's winning the Premier League, bruh?
I think City as well because you know Arsenal will do Arsenal things. That game against Wolves there was by luck because there was own goals in there as well.
Mm.
Wolves did put them under pressure and yeah, this is their time. So we'll see. I think
And
City.
then, and then in La Liga, Roy,
In La Liga, it's Barca. Visca
Barca
Barca,
winning.
Visca Catalonia.
Thibaut, in La Liga.
Real Madrid.
And then in Italy, does Napoli retain it or does what you call this thing, Inter or Milan get it?
Ish, you know what? Now with the Serie A, it's difficult. Ne? Can I at least wait for the January
Ah,
transfer window to close? Because I feel like Max Allegri, ne, he can
hmm.
steal it from Napoli and Inter because
Yeah.
you know they flatter to deceive. You know, I know they're both sitting to the top, but in the biggest games, I think Napoli or Inter Milan have enough. You know.
Mhm. But at least we know in the other countries, like in the Bundesliga, we know it's Bayern. In League O, we know it's going to be PSG. Even though Marseille is chasing them close, but you know what? We know in those countries. So, prop and props of the week. All right, gentlemen, three choices for the prop of the week. Is it Rafinha, best player on the weekend? Manchester City, get groove restored, or Cold Palmer, return after Mac? Roy.
Yeah. On my side, I would say Cole Palmer because he has been out for a very, very long time and he just came back. And you know what? It's back to business, back to the office. I'm doing what I'm doing. I give it to Cole Palmer.
Nice. Thibaut.
I'm giving it to Manchester City. I think they faced Real Madrid at the perfect time in the season for them. If history is anything to go by, I expect Manchester City to go on a 20 or 30 game winning streak until obviously Real Madrid knocks them out.
All right, I will say Rafinha because I was happy to see Rafinha back and really just doing what Rafinha does. So really great to have him back. Now just waiting for him and Pedri to connect in a Champions League night, just to show the haters which we are back. And yeah. And then flops of the week. We don't here at Let's Argue. We don't just put on flops when we're going to the beach. There's also flops that run around the field. So three options, gents. Let's get from you, Timo. Spurs, because they were lackluster again. Is it Napoli? Because Antonio Conte is basically losing this title defense. Or is it La Liga officiating? More controversy. A clear penalty on Vinicius Jr., but not given. I know where you're going to go. I know where you're going to
Yeah,
go. I can
listen,
throw my.
under normal circumstances, I would probably say the officiating in La Liga, but it's happened so many times that it's actually very boring. So I
Mm.
think this time around, my flop of the week will go to Antonio Conte. I think he's losing it there in Napoli. I think the title defense, unless something maybe happens in the January transfer window, I think this league title is going to slip away from them.
And Roy?
Yeah, I agree with you, I fully agree with you. I also give it to Napoli they're losing their grip and it's just fading and it can spiral out of control unless they do something in the January transfer market.
Oh, Efan Roy, don't agree with me, man. Eh?
No, but it's true.
Oh, man, don't agree with me, man. Eh, man, where's your backbone, man? Eh? Don't agree
Ah,
with
It's
me, man.
true. It's
Eh?
this guy doesn't like
100% true.
this guy doesn't like to be agreed with, bro. Hey,
He
hey,
just wants to
hey,
argue.
hey. So, guys, Bruce apologized. So do you think he had to apologize? Because the one person I think maybe he could apologize to was the manager or the agent, where he said this little girl or something like that. But I think it was a saying when he said Mbogazi is a black guy, but he's going to leave my office white, meaning I'm going to give him the hair dryer treatment. He's gonna come out pale. Wasn't that what he meant?
Aish, you know what? I think it's a figure of speech and it's been blown out of proportion.
Mm.
But one thing I want to say, and I don't want you to call me a conspiracy theorist. Every time a tournament comes around, on the eve of the tournament, there always has to be some type of controversy, you know. And I don't know
Yes.
if this is maybe something that is a ploy that is used to maybe try and destabilize the team or what. I don't know, but you know, this is like a recurring thing. Every single time a tournament comes around where we actually qualified, be it we are hosting or we are not hosting, you know, there's always some controversy that needs to happen before the tournament kicks off or always on the eve of the tournament. So I don't know. I'll leave that to you, gents.
Yeah, so
Roy?
when things go wrong, they can blame the controversy before that happened before a tournament.
Yes. No, look, guys. The comment was verbatim. I'm gonna read it now. I can assure you he is a black guy, but he will get out of my room as a white guy. Like, how are people taking that?
What's
Because he's
racist
basically
though? What's wrong with that? Me, I don't know. You know, maybe I'm
I
not in
don't, I
culture.
don't, I don't
What's wrong with that?
see what's racist that if it is a figure of speech to say, when you come out of my room, you're going to come out pale. You're going to come out, hey, I would have wringed the life out of you. He's gonna be feeling like
Let
he's
me
about
mention
to
something,
die.
Lebzane. Let me
Yeah.
mention something, Lebzane. Hugo Brosle has done something that so many other would-be world-class coaches or coaches who have experience of winning has done. Like he took these guys to a semi-final of the AFCON. Now, I
Yeah.
think anybody, based on what's happened in the past, can be forgiven for assuming or for at least hoping that he can go one more gear now. And one more gear can translate into what? Reaching an AFCON final. One more gear can translate into what? Reaching an AFCON final and actually winning it. I'll keep quiet.
No, me. You know what? I like the conspiracy theory to that. The one that says, like, why is they like trying to start some chaos before the tournament? Just like they did with Banyana, just before the tournament. Now they are talking about payment. Now they are talking about robbing the girls about what they're gonna get. Like, why do you want to get in my headspace with negativity when it's time for me to just focus on what I do best, which is kick the ball into the net? So you can imagine there's always politics everywhere. Your Danny Jordans who have been there, you know, is basically making a Mugabe position in this Safa position. You know, he
Lebza,
actually needs to
stop. Lebza, stop.
what
Lebza,
what.
stop. You're going to get us effed up, bro. Stop, bro. You know
We're
that
not gonna
guy's
get
not going
cancelled.
anywhere, bro. Bro,
Yeah,
he's
no, no,
gonna
no.
die in the hot seat. Don't do that, Lebza. Don't do that, dog.
Okay, no, we won't talk about him because Tibo is siding with them. You know, but anyway, all I'm saying is that look. As for the racist comments, I did not see them as such, but obviously I cannot speak for all black and brown and whatever people you know in the world that you can only see racism in one way. So I'll have to accept it and glad that he apologized so that we can focus on football. You know, I don't also take racist comments very lightly, but I also use the fine tooth comb to see sometimes if am I too sensitive or you know am I just trying to create trouble? You know. So I just thought he was trying to make a point. He's an old man, and the old man makes a point in an analogy, and his analogy basically included the colors black and white. He probably should have used another one, you know. But
which is cut.
he will learn. He will learn how to read the room. He will learn how to speak in a country that has been, marred in apartheid for years to come. We've had longer years in apartheid than longer years outside of it. So we are still tortured, bruh. Like you wearing a white top is hurting me now, Tibo. Like why? Why did he choose a white top? You see, look at Roy. Roy's wearing a black top. It's like, yeah, I'm kidding. Anyway, guys, football this weekend is coming up. Football this weekend is going to be great. The AFCON is also coming up. When you look at the AFCON, then, guys, which nations are going to trouble Bafana? Let's say we are out of the group. Which nations are we seeing trouble Bafana? Roy, let's start with you. Roy, your
Guys,
mobile cell frozen.
no, no, it's not me. I didn't
Oh,
say anything.
no, I'm asking you, which nation do you think is going to trouble Bafana at the Nations Cup? Who's your top five in the Nations Cup that you think can maybe take it?
There's a lot of good teams out there. I can't really put my finger on it, but yeah, like I'm saying, like this is football, gents. Like people are coming
Mm,
from their own domestic leagues where they are at, and they're gonna want to prove a point. So I can't really put my finger on this one. Tibo, what do you think?
yeah.
Chance.
Mobi selling.
Chance. Chance.
Yes, sir.
Are you all there? What's going on?
Are you
No,
there?
we are asking you, which teams do you think will trouble Bafana at the AFCON?
Okay, if we're just focusing on the group stage, because we first need to get over that first phase.
No, we're going to come out
Look,
of the group.
In
One
general.
step at a time. Let's not jump the gun. Let's just take it one step at a time. Look, against Angola, and we need to get the 3 points there. Listen, without a shadow of a doubt. Against Zimbabwe, I mean Zimbabwe, I
Mm,
don't know, man. That's more like a home game, as keys.
mm.
That's more like a home game. So we're also supposed, just on paper,
Yeah,
geographically, all that fun stuff. When you take all that shit into account, that's another 3 points. Egypt will be, our first challenge, our real hurdle. You see, and
yeah,
if we can manage like a positive result against Egypt, would for me be a draw. But if I take
yeah.
into account how many times we've actually played against Egypt, this is sort of like a derby. So
And
I'm
beat
also
them.
I'll be definitely hoping that the boys can go for the kill there. You see,
We've
and
beat
then
we've beat them
obviously
before.
once we get out of the group stage, then yes, we've beat them before. So once we get out of the group stage, then we start looking at whomever we come up against, because now after the group stage, every game is a final. But without a shadow of a doubt, Angola, Zimbabwe, that's 6 points.
No, we are definitely out of the group stage. I think for me, the top five teams maybe that will definitely have a say in this African Cup of Nations is the host city, Morocco. So they are currently considered the best team in Africa, and also Algeria. They
I
will also
agree.
have a very good say. Algeria will also have a big say in the cup because they've got really great international players. And then Senegal, they might also have a say because of just the players that they have. They're secret players that we might not know of, but that play in France, that play in Denmark, in all of those small little things. And then another team that we mustn't underestimate is Egypt. They've been a very bad form, like in the recent seasons, but maybe playing next door to their country, meaning their people can actually fly over to Morocco quicker, easier, cheaper to watch the matches, could definitely boost their chances because they'll be like a local favorite themselves. And then Ivory Coast, we shouldn't throw out things like Ivory Coast. I think they'll also come in here really looking to make a name for themselves. But we shouldn't count out Bafana Bafana. Bruce has made us into a very solid beast. People score less against us, meaning that we just have to score one or two to actually win. So hope Pirates wins us the AFCON. Thank you, Pirates. Thank you, Bruce, for selecting Pirates. We trust Pirates currently. And what cup did Pirates
Lebza.
win? What cup did Pirates win this weekend? What plastic cup were you guys playing this weekend?
It was
Another
kindly
another
like
intercontinental. Another intercontinental cup like Real Madrid. I'm sure the Pirates is also going to have their own sticker here in the middle.
Lebza, just
Mm,
on that thing that you mentioned about Liverpool, ne? I think
yeah.
Mohamed Salah will be spurred on by the comments of Jamie Carragher. You know that part that
Yes.
where he said that Egypt are the record holders, but he's done nothing with the national team. I think
Mm,
this will spur him on to maybe try and do a little better because this also could be his last AFCON.
true. Last AFCON and World Cup. And you're right. He actually would like to show Carragher. I'm sure if he scores a lot, he'll probably make a signal that signs to Carragher somehow. I don't know what signal will obviously talk to Carragher. Like how Messi was so angry at the Dutch team when he did this. When he won the World Cup, sorry, you can't say anything like that about your goat, Netibo. When he won the World Cup, you can just say when he won the YouTube plug for the most fans. Anyway, as we close the show today, this weekend reminded us that form is temporary, but standards are permanent, like Rafinha showed. Tibo?
Yeah, no, listen, gentlemen, the numbers they don't lie, the patterns are forming, and the pressure continues to build up.
Yeah, sure. And if you're winning ugly like Arsenal, you're winning smart. If you're losing pretty, good luck to you, my friend.
Well,
What are
see
Liverpool
you.
doing?
They are
What are
throwing
Liverpool
We
doing?
are
pretty.
trying.
Is it ugly? Is it pretty? Which one is it?
Ah, they are trying. It's not ugly, it's not pretty. They are trying their best. That's all I can
Liverpool
say for now.
Liverpool is that pretty girl with a bad attitude. Pretty girl with a bad personality. They can't do anything. Anyway, see
There's
you
no point.
next weekend. Same time, same passion. This is Let's Argue. Ninga Kotka. I've got Tibo, I've got Roy, and you get us again this Friday as we look forward to the weekend. Gents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
You go.